Courtney, the second you see this, get to your parents' house. No, scratch that. Just come home now. I'll be at the station to pick you up. Get here now.
Whoa, chill. I just got out of the bath. I didn't have my phone with me. What's up?
What's up? What the hell do you think is up? I told you to come home immediately.
You need to calm down. I told you I'm on a business trip. I can't just drop everything and come home. I'm still working.
Stop lying. Just stop. I already know everything.
What are you even talking about? Know what?
The business trip you left for at the start of the week? I know it was a lie.
What the hell? A lie? You're making no sense.
Don't even try to deny it. I have proof. I got sent something today.
What the hell? Where did you get this?
What do you think? That's you and your affair partner on a nice little trip together.
Who sent you this? How the hell did you get this photo?
Oh, you'll love this. It was from your boyfriend. He was kind enough to send me a message. Told me he was on vacation with his girlfriend and wanted to rub it in. Imagine his surprise when I told him you were my wife.
No. This isn't what it looks like. I'm being blackmailed.
Blackmailed?
Yes. I was just walking down the street one day and this guy grabbed me. He forced himself on me. He then said if I didn't do what he wanted, he'd leak pictures of it everywhere. I didn't have a choice.
Are you serious? That's your story?
It's the truth. You have to believe me.
Right, because that makes total sense. You're telling me some random guy just picked you out, assaulted you, and then blackmailed you into a week-long romantic getaway? And this whole time you couldn't tell me, not even once.
He threatened me. I was scared.
Yeah, see, the problem is I already know the truth, and it has nothing to do with blackmail.
What?
I know you signed up for a dating app. I know you've been sneaking around, meeting guys behind my back. I know you told your little boyfriend that you were a single college student. I know you took a flight to a hot spring resort with him.
No way. How do you know all of that?
I told you, your affair partner sent me the pictures. But think about it. Why do you think I even have a way to talk to him in the first place? Because he's my colleague.
Wait, what?
That's right. Your precious boyfriend is Max. We've worked together for years.
No way. Max? You're joking.
Not joking. Remember how he was so excited about his younger girlfriend? Yeah, that was you. And he was looking forward to taking her on a trip. He had no idea she was my wife. You should have seen his face when I told him. He looked like he was about to throw up. He kept saying, I had no idea she was married. I had no idea she had a kid. The guy's been played just as much as I have.
So, you really know everything, huh?
Yeah?
Well, whatever. No point in hiding it anymore. Fine. Yeah, I cheated. I had an affair. So what?
You're just gonna act like it's no big deal?
Why not? I mean, you already found out, right? What's the point in making excuses?
The point is you should be apologizing, not sitting here acting like none of this matters.
Apologizing? What for? It's not like you're gonna forgive me, are you? You're going to divorce me no matter what I say, right? So why waste my breath?
You really are unbelievable. You betrayed me. You betrayed our son. And you don't feel even a little bit sorry for that?
Whatever, it doesn't matter because I'm leaving you anyway. I'm divorcing you and I'm going to marry Max.
You sure about that?
Obviously. Max makes just as much money as you do, right? So he's the better choice. I'll be way happier with him. And of course, I'm taking Kai with me. He'd be better off with me and Max anyway.
Oh, really? Then let me ask you something. Where is Max right now?
He said he was going to the bathroom.
No, he's at the airport. He booked the earliest flight out of there the moment he found out the truth. He left you, Courtney. He wants nothing to do with you.
No, that's not possible.
He told me himself. He said, "I can't believe I slept with a married woman. I feel sick." Then he left.
That's just because I'm still married to you. Once I divorce you, it won't matter anymore. He'll come back.
You really believe that? You think a guy who just ran away from you like that is gonna take responsibility for anything? He wants nothing to do with you. You're on your own.
No, that's not true.
Keep telling yourself that if it makes you feel better. But I'm done with you. I'll be filing for divorce first thing tomorrow.
Fine, I don't care. I don't need you anyway.
You sure about that? Because I'm taking Kai.
What? No, you can't. Kai is my son.
Yeah, and you left him to go have an affair. A court is gonna love hearing that.
You can't do this to me.
I didn't do anything. You did this to yourself.
Wait, before you go, why have you been saying things like, in times like this and at moments like this? What are you talking about? Oh, and you mentioned something about coming home quickly. Did something happen? Why are you acting like this is just another casual conversation? I don't understand. What do you mean by all this? It doesn't make sense to me.
The thing is, my father-in-law passed away.
What? No, you can't be serious. What are you talking about?
It happened just about 5 hours ago, give or take.
5 hours ago? Are you telling me... What do you mean? Why? I don't get it. He wasn't sick. He was fine just the other day, wasn't he? He was so healthy. He was in perfect shape just a little while ago. What happened to him? This doesn't make sense.
Today there was a robbery at your parents' house. The thief had a knife and your father-in-law was stabbed by him. He was trying to protect Kai, who just happened to be visiting your parents' house at the time.
No way. Are you seriously saying this happened? Why would you make up something so horrible?
I'm not making it up. This is the truth. My brother-in-law immediately caught the thief and called the police. My father-in-law was rushed to the hospital, but it was already too late. Even though he was still conscious for a while, he passed away not long after I got to the hospital.
What are you saying? No, this can't be real. It can't be. I don't believe you. Please, you're lying to me, aren't you? It can't be true. It just can't.
I'm not lying. This is exactly what happened. Max even sent me the picture. I was planning on confronting you about this when you got home today, but I never expected something like this to happen.
Wait, hold on. Are you really serious? Are you really telling me that my father's gone? He's gone?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Your father, before he passed away, said something. He said, "I'm glad I was able to protect Courtney and Billy's precious child." He also said, "If Kai is safe, then I have no regrets." Those were his last words.
Oh my God. Dad, I can't believe this. How could this happen?
To think that such a wonderful man, such a kind, caring father, was in such a dangerous situation, and you were out there with some other man having fun, not even coming back to your family in this time of need. Do you have any idea what you've done? This is the height of selfishness. Do you have any idea what your actions have done?
But I didn't know. How was I supposed to know something like this was happening? I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. Wait, I'll come back right away. Where are you? At the hospital. Tell me where to go.
No, don't come back. Don't come back just yet. This message has already been shown to my mother and brother-in-law, and they are furious. You have no idea how angry they are. They've said that you're never welcome in this house again. They don't even want you to attend the funeral.
What? What do you mean I can't go to my father's funeral? Why are you saying this? Why are you saying I can't even attend the funeral? It's my father's funeral, for goodness sake. This makes no sense. What kind of person would stop their own daughter from attending her father's funeral?
It's because as soon as they see your face, it's going to cause a huge scene. They're afraid that things will get out of hand. We don't want any sort of commotion at your father's funeral. It's already a painful time for everyone, and you've made this worse. Also, I'm busy. I have to take care of Kai's emotional needs and handle all the funeral arrangements. I don't have time for your drama right now. Honestly, it would be better if you didn't come at all. It would make everything easier.
But my brother is here to help with the funeral arrangements. Kai's emotional well-being should be handled by me. I'm his mother, for God's sake. No one knows him like I do. That's my job. You don't have the right to decide what's best for him. As his mother, I have every right to care for him, especially in this crisis. This is my responsibility.
You don't need to be involved in this. When your real father was on his deathbed, you were busy fooling around with someone else. You weren't even answering your phone. When we confronted you, you didn't show a single ounce of regret. You didn't even apologize. And now you want to act like everything is fine? You don't have the right to be around Kai. You've lost that privilege.
What do you mean, I don't have the right? I am his mother. I gave birth to him. After the divorce, I will take Kai, and you will have no say in it. You have no claim on him. I'm the one who will raise him. Stop pretending like you have any control over my son's life. You don't get to make decisions for him. It is over between us. You are nothing more than a stranger in his life now.
No, you are not taking full custody. Max has already told me that he will not marry you, and your mother has said that you're never welcome here again. You can't rely on anyone in your family to help you, and you'll have to pay alimony. You think you can raise Kai on your own? How exactly are you going to do that? You really think you can just carry on as if nothing happened?
I will marry Max. We'll be fine. We don't need anyone else's help. I will take care of everything on my own. And the alimony will be offset by child support. I will manage without your family, without anyone. I'll make sure Kai has everything he needs. I will raise him without your help, without your interference. You can't stop me.
You're delusional if you think everything will just go your way. It won't. No matter what happens, I will not give up custody of Kai. If it means fighting you to the bitter end, then I will. I'll hire a lawyer and do whatever it takes to make sure you don't get away with this. I'm not backing down. You have no idea what you're up against. I won't let someone like you take my son away.
A lawyer? You really think that's going to make a difference? You're underestimating me. I am Kai's mother. I've always been there for him, and I'll continue to be. He is still a little boy, and he needs his mom. Do you really think you can just take him from me? Are you that heartless? Do you really want to take him away from the one person who loves him more than anything in the world?
Honestly, Kai would be better off without a mother like you. You've already shown your true colors. Your affair, your blatant disregard for your family, your selfishness. It's all so clear now. You don't deserve to be part of Kai's life anymore. If I could protect him from you, I would.
But I'm coming back. I'm going to the funeral. I will not be stopped. I won't let you dictate this. The divorce and the custody battle can wait, but my father's funeral is something you can't control. I will be there.
If you want to come back, you can. But your mother has already said you're not welcome at the funeral. You'll probably be kicked out. But if you want to try, go ahead. It's up to you.
Don't lie to me. You can't do this. You can't kick me out of my father's funeral. I won't let you. You can't just take this away from me.
Go ahead and keep believing whatever you want, but I can tell you one thing for sure. There's no place for you here anymore. Not in this family, not in Kai's life. You're done. After everything had calmed down, Courtney decided to return to Gifu, intending to attend her father's funeral. However, as soon as she showed up, she was greeted with an overwhelming storm of emotions. Her mother-in-law and brother-in-law, both in grief, reacted violently. With tears streaming down their faces, they slapped her across the face. Their sorrow was mixed with an uncontainable anger at everything she had done, the damage she had caused to their family. Without a word, they forcibly pushed her away from the house, preventing her from even paying her respects or saying goodbye to her father. Courtney stood there in the cold, completely helpless. She cried out, begged for even a moment to say her final goodbyes, but her pleas were ignored. She was reduced to nothing more than a shadow, cast out at the moment when she should have been with family, offering her condolences and receiving theirs. It was a heartbreaking spectacle, one that unfolded like a cruel reminder of everything that had gone wrong. Courtney had thought that returning, showing up to the funeral, would somehow fix things, would offer her a way to mend broken relationships. Instead, it only deepened the rift between her and the people she had once called family. It wasn't just the family she had been married into, it was her own family, her own life that she was losing. With each passing moment, her world grew smaller, and she was left with only herself. The funeral itself was somber, a time to mourn the loss of a loved one, but for me, it was also a time to reflect on everything that had come before. I couldn't focus on the ceremony as much as I might have wanted to. The emotional weight of the situation was too heavy, and the thought of Courtney and what she had become loomed over everything. After the ceremony concluded, I knew I could no longer avoid what I had to do. The marriage, the relationship, the years we had spent together, none of it mattered anymore. She had made her choices, and those choices had consequences that we could no longer ignore. I had made the decision to end it. I hired a lawyer and filed for divorce. There was no other way. Courtney had repeatedly proven that she was not the person I had once known, and certainly not the partner I needed. With each lie, each betrayal, each time she chose herself over Kai or me, the distance between us grew. It was clear that the love we once shared was gone, eroded by her actions and her inability to recognize the harm she had caused. The idea of continuing down the path of trying to fix what was broken seemed not only unrealistic but unhealthy for all of us, especially Kai. He needed stability, consistency, and love, not this broken, toxic situation. Courtney wasn't ready to give up, though. She fought back with all her might, trying to hold on to whatever she could. She argued that marrying Max would make her financially stable, that there was no reason she couldn't take care of Kai. She even went as far as to insist that she was the right parent to have custody, despite everything that had happened. She painted a picture of herself as the loving mother who had simply made some mistakes, but was now ready to start anew. But it wasn't that simple. Max, the man she had hoped would fix everything, made it clear that he wasn't willing to take on the responsibility of raising Kai. He didn't want to be a father to someone else's child, especially when the mother had demonstrated such a lack of responsibility. And Kai, he wanted nothing to do with Courtney. He had seen too much, experienced too many broken promises, and he had lost the trust he once had in her. The court, seeing the situation for what it was, awarded me full custody of Kai. It was a decision that seemed inevitable given everything that had transpired, and yet it wasn't an easy victory. It was a hollow one. I didn't want to take Kai away from his mother, but I couldn't allow her to continue dragging him through her own mess. She had made her choices, and now she had to live with the consequences. The court also ordered her to pay child support and alimony, which was meant to help cover the cost of raising Kai. She wasn't happy about it, but there was little she could do. At that point, she had no one to turn to for help. Max had rejected her, and her own family was too hurt to offer any kind of support. In the months that followed, I did my best to keep things as normal as possible for Kai. We began the slow process of healing, of rebuilding our lives. There were moments of sadness, of course. There were nights when I would see Kai looking at old pictures of his mother, wondering where she had gone and why things couldn't go back to the way they were. It broke my heart seeing him so lost and confused. But we were in this together, and we would make it through. I would be the one to guide him through these turbulent times, to help him find his way and heal from the pain that Courtney had caused. I still visited my in-laws from time to time, bringing Kai along. I knew how important it was for him to have those connections, to have a sense of family, even if it wasn't the same family he had known before. His grandparents still loved him, and they had a bond with him that I didn't want to break. Our visits were always quiet and sometimes awkward, but we managed. Courtney wasn't a part of those visits, though. There was no way I could let her back into our lives, not after everything that had happened. It was a sad reality, but one that we had to live with. Meanwhile, Courtney's life seemed to spiral further. She ended up in a dilapidated apartment living in poverty. The life she had imagined for herself with Max had turned out to be nothing more than an illusion. Max had rejected her, and she was left to face the consequences of her actions alone. There was no one left to turn to, no one to offer a helping hand. The man she had believed would rescue her from all her problems had vanished, and she was left with nothing but the remnants of her mistakes. Her reputation, too, had been tarnished beyond repair. The affair, the lies, everything had caught up with her. Her colleagues at work had learned about it, and the whispers began. At her father's funeral, the same colleagues who had once admired her now looked at her with disdain. They turned away when she entered the room, giving her cold, judgmental stares. The social isolation must have been unbearable. She had gone from being someone with a certain level of respect to someone to be avoided. She no longer had a place at work, nor did she have a place in the social circles she had once moved in. She had made enemies of those who had once considered her a friend, and now she found herself alone with only her regrets for company. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Carmen, you are to leave this house right now. What? Holly, what's going on here right now? I happen to know what you've been up to. You are after my husband's inheritance, right? His inheritance? You're telling me that I'm after your husband's inheritance? Like his money and stuff? And that is why you are working so hard to make sure he's taken care of by you now, correct? The fact that my son's wife is coming into this house and dealing with all of my husband's needs in order to get his money when he passes, that's you trying to swindle him and I, right? What exactly are you going on about right now? I know that I'm not going to get any of his inheritance the day he passes, and I've also never really talked with anyone about it to the point where I think I'd be getting it. Well, of course you'd never talk about it and say you don't expect to get anything from him because you're trying to steal it from us. I've seen that you're very good at making art on that laptop of yours. And what does that have to do with me supposedly going after your husband's inheritance? You seem to really know your stuff when it comes to making art on there, so you must also know your stuff when it comes to committing fraud and all that illegal stuff, too. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure where you see the connection in my abilities with computer design and doing things that are fraudulent. What has led you all this way to thinking something like that? Not only did you come out of nowhere saying all these things about me, but most of it doesn't even make any sense. All of my husband's inheritance is mine to keep. Wait, what I want to know is why, of all times, have you chosen now to start talking about things like his inheritance? This is all way too strange for me. I will not give you a single penny of it. Answer my question, Holly. What is all of this about? I have no idea what's going on right now. Cooper, I'm sorry. I'm going to be heading back home to my parents' house for a while. Actually, I'm already on the bus heading home to them now.
Oh, what? What's going on? Why are you going back to your parents' place?
Well, Your mom started talking about all these strange things. I wasn't able to make any sense of it, and it seems that she's too far gone right now for me to get any answers from her. So I'll be away for a little while to try and give her some time to calm down.
So in other words, my mom has gone and started having more of those crazy delusions again?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what ended up happening, though, to start those delusions again, but I made sure to take some screenshots of the conversation I had with her. I'll send them to you now, and hopefully you'll be able to piece together what might have happened to her this time.
Sounds good.
Also, there's the whole thing of taking care of your dad.
Don't worry about it. I've been thinking about being around him more for a while now, so I'll take some time to stay home from the office and work remotely. Also, it's not like my dad is completely helpless, as he still can do quite a few things on his own. I know things were probably a real headache again for you regarding my mom, but since you're heading all the way back to your parents' house, take the time to really relax there, please.
Thank you, Cooper. And thank you for taking care of your dad for me.
Have a safe trip home, okay? Carmen, I had a look through all the screenshots you sent me. What the heck happened here? Honestly, I want to know myself why right now, of all times, my mom is wanting to start talking about my dad's inheritance.
That's the same way I was feeling. Why would she be talking about it all right now?
By the way, when I got home from work today, my mom was standing at the counter with this large dinner made for me with a huge grin on her face.
Oh?
Do you think that I can go show my dad all these screenshots you sent me?
I don't really care what you do with them, but is that going to be all right for him?
Well, I'm not really sure I can say things will be fine with him, but right now is the best time for him to see something like this.
You think so?
If my dad starts to give me some details on what's going on here, gives me the go-ahead to tell you about it, I will. But, I'm starting to think that all this is only going to get worse for everyone involved before things start to get better again.
I kind of agree with that. But this is something that he should be aware of too, I guess, so please let him know about it.
Thank you. I will.
Carmen, you don't have to ever come back here again, okay? Holly. Well, even if you do come all the way back here, I'm not going to let you back into this house. I still haven't really come around to understanding what all you're talking about, Holly. The whole reason I came back to my parents' house is because I started to realize that you weren't going to calm down any for some time now. So I'll be staying here with them for a little while and you won't have to worry about me. Excuse me, I am always calm. If anything, I am so calm all the time that I was able to see right through your lies and could tell that you were trying to go after my husband's inheritance. But the thing is, I'm not after any of his money. I know that as of right now, there's not really any sense in talking to you at all, as you're still a little bit out there, so for the time being, I'll be at my parents' place. And you don't ever have to come back here. My things are all still over at your house, though, so there will be some point in the near future where I have to stop by and get everything. But for a little bit, I'll be out of your way. Goodbye now. Cooper, I just received a few more texts from your mom. As far as I can tell, things aren't going to work out with her.
I see.
How are things going with you and your dad? Has he said anything about those screenshots you've shown him?
He has. And I was actually getting ready to tell you all about it once I had the chance. He's told me that this is pretty good timing, actually, for some things he had in mind. So he's going to make his move really soon.
I see. Well, as long as he has a plan in mind, then I guess we're good here.
I think by the beginning of next month he'll be ready to move, so you and I can work alongside him. All right?
Sounds good. Hey, Carmen, why have you come all the way back here? We talked about how I'd have to come over one more time to grab all of my things last month, right? I get it. You said that to me before, but I know in reality you're here to take all of our things that you can and make a little extra money on selling to thrift stores, right? I will not allow that to happen. Then you can stand watch over me as I pack the rest of my things up and get out of here. And actually, you are in the house with me right now, so why are you texting me all of this when you could just come up to me and talk? I have no idea what dangerous things you could do to me, so I won't get anywhere near you. Is that right? Have you come around to understanding that all the things you keep saying are totally mind-boggling? I don't have time to think about that. Now get out of here. I will not allow my daughter-in-law to come into this house any longer and take what my husband has from me. I feel so sorry for my son getting all caught up in your scheme to swindle this whole family. He must have no clue about you. Well, there's no money here for low-life frauds like you. You divorce my son right now and leave us all alone. I'm already on my way out of here. And the divorce happened a while ago. What? That's why I'm here right now, grabbing the rest of my things and am making my way out of here. I only have a few more things to grab here, so can I stop texting with you for the time being? And as far as the key to this house, I'll leave it in the mailbox for you once I get outside. Is that so? Finally, you've given up. Don't you ever step foot on this property ever again, you hear me? Carmen, what the hell is this? What's going on now? When all you say is this, I have no idea what you're talking about, so how about you give me a little more detail first? My husband left me some divorce paperwork and left this house, and following right behind him, Cooper. I know that you were the one that took a hold of those two and forced them to leave me here. Give me back my family. Can I ask you something really quick? What? I'm not sure if you're going to give me a comprehensible answer to this or not, but thought I might as well try asking. All of this stuff about me going after your husband's inheritance and such, where did you end up hearing about that? Who or what told you that I was going after his money? Huh? Oh, you of all people should already know the answer to that one. Your parents' bakery went under and now they have a lot of money that they have to pay to the banks because of all the money that they borrowed. What? And as you've been running around trying to find where to get that money to help them pay off their debts, you started to eye up my husband's money. My parents' bakery? As far as I'm aware, their bakery is still in business and they haven't had to borrow any sort of money from the bank. Huh? But a little while back I had walked by where their bakery normally was and it was turned into a 24/7 shop. Well, about that, my parents moved locations. They moved the bakery? They started to listen to some of their customers' feedback, and what a lot of them were saying is that the bread and all is nice, but that the store was too small. So they went ahead and rented a new location just down the street. That's almost double the square footage. And that's where they moved their shop into. Didn't someone tell you about this? What? By the way, if that bakery was really in a bad situation and went under, I would have said something about it to everyone, and so would Cooper. Also, when it comes to my father-in-law, his legs are not that bad, and he can still pretty much do all of his daily routine on his own. How the heck did his inheritance come into play recently? Don't you feel a little bit stupid bringing something like that up when there has been nothing related to it at all? Well, it's because you really went off the deep end this time that your husband went and asked for a divorce. That's right. Where is he right now? Cooper came out to see me and my parents here at my parents' house. But I'm not sure where your husband went. What? But Cooper is with you. You both got a divorce, right? Why would he be with you at your parents' house right now if you got a divorce? Because just a second ago, we went and got married again at the courthouse. Why would you go through all that trouble? Because it seems that this time Cooper wants to receive my family's name in the marriage, and so that's what he's done. Excuse me? This is all stuff that I think Cooper would much rather talk to you about himself. So I'm going to get going and let him have a conversation with you now. What's going on here?
Mom?
Cooper!
To start things off, Dad went and entered a retirement home, just like he had been wanting to do.
A retirement home? Why the hell would he do that? What's all of this about right now? Did he do something like that to try and hide from Carmen? That's what happened here, right? And now she's forcing you to remarry her and take on her family's name.
When is this going to end, Mom.
What?
The reason that I want to take her family's name in this marriage is because I want to.
But why would you do that?
Because I freaking hate being your son.
Huh?
Whenever the smallest things change, you start to have these freaking delusions about what happened and go completely off the deep end, making up this story that has no meaning to it. Then you start to get people who have no involvement in whatever you're going on about involved, and from there you start pinning them as the culprit and start to either treat them with disdain, or you completely push them away, thinking you're the victim of something that's not even happening. This time was the last straw for me, Mom. Things like this have gone on for far too long with you, and I don't want anything to do with it anymore. And this time, by far, has been the worst. Since you went and had my wife kicked out the house, and then asked for her to divorce me. Calling her a fraud, saying that she was after Dad's money, and the same thing goes for Dad in this situation. He's still young. He's not in any sort of bad shape, so why would you start talking about his inheritance? Like he's going to die soon. You are completely lost, Mom.
No, wait, I didn't mean to.
I'm done with your crap, Mom.
Cooper.
I'm no longer forgiving you for behaving that way. This is the end of you and I. I'm cutting ties to you.
You would never.
You should be able to understand now why Dad wanted to get a divorce from you.
What?
After this, you'll have to talk with his lawyer about it.
He's gotten a lawyer involved now?
Well, he's had to, because no matter what anyone tries to tell you, you make it all about yourself and only fall deeper into your delusions. So he'll have a lawyer handle all of the legal things for him, considering the lawyer is more capable of handling crazies like you.
No way.
Goodbye forever.
Armin, oh please would you lend me $50,000? I'm on the lookout for a lawyer right now that will be able to help me beat my husband in court so that we don't have to get this divorce. As long as I can get enough money to afford one of these super strong lawyers, then my husband will have to listen to me and will never be able to leave my side. So that's why I need that $50,000. If your parents' bakery is all fine and still in business, then that means you must still have plenty of money yourself, right? I'll make sure to pay you back with my husband's inheritance someday. So, your delusions are starting up again? What? I have no reason to help you battle my father-in-law in court. Go see yourself a therapist or something now. Bye-bye. In the end, it became pretty clear to everyone why Holly was always so delusional about everything going on in her life, and why she always claimed to be the victim. It turns out that growing up, she had been incredibly spoiled by her parents. And going through school and college, she was always the pretty girl. Because of all that, she had this massive pride that soon led to her thinking that everyone else was wrong and that she was right. Both Cooper and I learned about all of this from his dad when we next went and saw him at the retirement home. He and Cooper both told me a bunch of stories about how she'd always have these delusions about things like relationships, the news, the government, and so on, which would cause the both of them quite a bit of stress at times. But this last time, when she was going on about wanting her husband's inheritance and that she wouldn't let me get a penny of it, Cooper's dad was no longer comfortable with her anymore. He is still young after all, so there shouldn't be any sort of talk about his death and his money right now, which is what ended up breaking his heart. And that's why he had to divorce her and get out of the house. After the divorce was approved and made final, Holly went back to her parents' old house. But things didn't get any better there, and she began to cause issues for many people in her family, to the point that one day they called the mental health services on her and had her taken to a hospital to be treated. She's gone through many kinds of medications now in search of one that can calm her delusions down. But it will take even more time to get her to stop having them entirely. There are times where she does get to go back to her parents' house for short periods of time, but during those times, she's not allowed out of the house and must stay in the basement so that she's not overstimulated. Hey, Sam. Are you almost ready to head out for your business trip?
Sure thing, Indigo. I'll be ready to go as soon as I've had my lunch.
I see. Will you be eating in the work cafeteria today?
Yeah, actually. They just released a new menu, so I was thinking of trying it out. Some of the stuff on there looks surprisingly good.
I see. Well, I was a little sad I couldn't make you one of my special love-made lunchboxes today.
I appreciate the thought, but it couldn't be helped this time. The boss told me I'm to head straight out for my business trip as soon as I get off today, because the meeting's schedule is going to be real tight when I get there. I didn't have room for a lunchbox in my suitcase.
Right. I guess the department you work in is notorious for having regular business trips. I suppose I'm just gonna have to get used to it, huh?
Right. It'll make things a whole lot easier on you if you do.
Alright, well, I hope you have a good time, sweetie. Is what I want to say. But I'd be lying if I said this was easy for me, Sam.
What do you mean?
You're gonna be away for a whole 2 weeks, right? I'll get lonely without you. This is the first time we've been apart for 2 weeks since getting married.
Right. Well, I'll be lonely without you too, babe.
If it looks like you're gonna be coming home early, make sure to let me know in advance, okay? If you do, I want to be sure to have a big, lavish feast ready for your return. And for that, I'll need plenty of notice.
Whoa, thanks, babe. I'll be sure to let you know. I love you too.
Bruce! I know you're probably super busy with important work stuff right now, so I'm just gonna leave you some messages. Make sure to reply when you get the chance. It's about the luxury spa resort vacation we were talking about. Everything's okay on my end, so we're good to go. Meet me today at 5 p.m. outside Archibald Station, okay? To be honest, I was really hoping we could go together and enjoy the scenery on the way. But my parents would just not shut up. I ended up spending way longer than I planned to at their place, so we're gonna have to meet there instead. On the other hand, I told them I'm going away on another vacation with my girlfriends. So actually, it's probably for the best me and you don't get seen together around town. Sorry to cause all this trouble. I hate constantly having to tiptoe around like this all the time. Anyways, I'm heading out soon, so I'll catch you later, my big, rugged, hunky stallion. I love you, Brucey.
Bruce, how are things looking on your end? Sup, Sam? Everything is proceeding as planned. She just messaged again saying we're good to meet at Archibald Station at 5 p.m. I just clocked out of work early with the special permission from the boss. I'm heading out to the rendezvous point as we speak. I should be there in just under 30 minutes. Roger that. I'm already here and I just got a seat inside the family restaurant we agreed to meet at. You'll find me in the left corner as you walk in, wearing a black baseball cap. Got it. But wait, how do I put this? Oh, what's up? Look, I know I already said this a million times, and I know it's probably bugging you by now, but I really am sorry. I might not have known, but that's no excuse to put my hands on the wife of a childhood friend. Jeez, Bruce, look, it's fine, really. It's not like you're psychic. There was nothing you could have done about it. Stop beating yourself up, will you? None of this would be happening if Indigo hadn't lied to you about being single. This is her fault, not yours. Me and you hadn't seen each other in 12 years until this strange course of events reunited us. I didn't tell you I'd gotten married either, so you had no way of knowing she was married, and even if you did, you had no way of knowing it was to me. Why beat yourself up over something you had literally no way of knowing? Well, yeah, I guess you're right. You know what the craziest thing is? If me and you hadn't met by coincidence and exchanged numbers in town that time, there's a good chance that even now, neither of us would be any the wiser to what she was up to. To tell you the truth, my feelings on this are a little complicated right now, but I'm trying my best to keep a positive mind and look forward to the future. What's most important is that you're working together with me on this. To me, that counts more than anything. This is the last time you apologized to me about this. You hear me? I hear. Look, I'm so glad you got such a big heart, Sam. Thanks. Right, back to business. Me and you have got work to do. I'm waiting for you inside the family restaurant by the southern exit of Frog Pond Station. Got it.
Hey, Bruce. I'm waiting for you at Archibald Station. Where are you, honeykins?
Sorry, babe. I'm on my way in the car as we speak, but the roads are crazy congested down here. I just stopped in a hardware store parking lot so I could let you know.
Oh, I see.
Oh, looking at the state of the highway right now, it's looking like I'll be 1 or 2 hours late at this rate. It might be best if you get checked into the hotel first and wait for me. Can you do that?
Okay, I will.
Alright, I'm going to start driving again. Catch you later.
All right, drive safe, baby.
Good to go.
Huh? Sam? Did you get off work already?
Yeah, I'm on my way to the hotel now.
Huh? A hotel? Oh, you mean the business hotel you usually stay at?
Nope, you will never believe it. The boss is treating us all to a stay at a luxury spa resort. We're all going to be staying in a nearby 5-star hotel. Isn't that nuts?
Oh, wow, I see. Oh, that's great, honey.
What about you? How have you been?
Oh, me? Nothing much, sweetie. I've just been cooking myself some supper is all.
I see. That reminds me, I'm...
Anyway, sweetie, I think I'm gonna go jump in the shower now.
Oh, really? Not like you to shower this early.
I think you talking about your luxury spa resort suddenly made me want to take one.
Ah, that's so.
Yep. All right, well, I'm gonna get ready to jump in, so I'll catch you later.
Cool. See you later, Indigo. Yeah, Indigo. I just got to the hotel lobby. What's our room number?
Brucey, I've been waiting for you, big boy. You'll never guess what. This hotel is so posh. They don't even have room numbers. Our room is called the Wisteria Suite.
Wow, really is the real deal, huh? Alright, I'm heading up.
Hey, guess what? Our room's open-air jacuzzi is the bomb. Let's jump in and take a relaxing soak as soon as you get up here.
I can't believe you barricaded yourself in the waiting room toilets. Like, I don't want to cause any of the other guests a nuisance, so let's do this here, over a message.
What the hell is going on? What are you doing here, Sam? You were supposed to be away on business. Explain yourself.
Sorry to have to break this to you, Indigo, but the whole business trip thing was a lie to bust your sordid affair out in the open.
And you're with Bruce, too? Why would the both of you be here together? Is this all some kind of bad dream? What the hell do you both think you're playing at? I don't understand any of this.
Me and Bruce are childhood friends. We go way back.
What?
We suddenly lost contact when his parents divorced and his mom took him to live in Philly sometime around junior high. We haven't spoken since. We got back in touch a little while back when we bumped into each other during a miraculous chance encounter in the town next to ours, where I was headed for a doctor appointment, and we exchanged numbers. Oh, when I told him I was married, showed him a picture of me and you. He said, "But that's my girlfriend." Supposedly, you met 4 months back at some group dating event. Isn't it a little odd that you'd be going to dating events when me and you were married?
What the hell? You met him on the way to a freaking doctor's appointment? Does that kind of thing actually happen?
Fact of the matter is that it did happen, Indigo. They do say it's a small world. Oh yeah, your mom and dad are currently on their way to this hotel as we speak.
What?
Me and Bruce are outside your room to make sure you can't escape.
No way, this can't be happening. Is this some kind of sick joke? You told my parents about this? What right did you have to go and do that, asshole?
You can swear at me all you like, but fact of the matter is, we're getting a divorce. How are we ever going to get through this without telling them? What, were you going to pretend we were still married so they wouldn't find out what you did?
Divorce? What? But why?
I am actually amazed you have the nerve to ask me that.
But you told me you loved me just earlier today. You do love me, don't you? How could you divorce me? Surely you don't mean that.
Oh, that.
No. Listen to me, sweetie. Me and you are going to rebuild this relationship. The flame of our passion will not be extinguished.
Sorry, but someone already dumped a bucket of water over it.
What?
Believe me, I wanted to tell you to say, enjoy your lover's vacation, you cheating whore, more than anything. You have no idea how hard it was to pretend I didn't know about the affair.
What?
That's why we are absolutely never, ever rebuilding our relationship. I can assure you beyond any shadow of a doubt that we are unequivocally, indubitably, categorically, unquestionably never getting back together. That should have done it. Do you understand now? I can't wait to get this divorce finalized and see the back of you forever.
Oh my God, I can't become a divorcee after barely 6 months of marriage.
If the thought of losing me is so terrifying to you, why would you cheat on me in the first place?
That's,
Bet you didn't even consider the possibility I'd find out, did you? Bruce told me this. But apparently you said you felt like going to that dating event where you guys met was somehow just the right thing to do. Before signing up last thing on a spur-of-the-moment decision. You always did have a habit of acting on your whims without thinking of the consequences. Sometimes it could be fun. We'd end up excited in places I never would have thought to go to myself on days out and stuff. But I have to draw the line at being cheated on.
Fine, I get it already. Just stop. Divorce it is. I'll agree to the divorce. You win. Just tell me what I need to sign and it's done. I hate the idea of being a divorcee, but I guess it's not so bad if I get to marry Bruce after.
You really are the most delusional person I've ever met. Can't seriously think me and you are getting married? Impossible.
What? Bruce, why would you say that? You do love me, don't you? It looks like Sam is intent on divorcing me, which means there's nothing standing in the way of our love anymore. We can tie the knot and ride off into the sunset in bliss and happiness. Why would you say it's impossible?
But the reason I went to that dating event was to find a serious partner, under the assumption we'd get married and have kids. I was looking for someone to settle down with, Indigo.
Right, exactly. So we are going to get married, aren't we?
I would have never dated you in a million years if I knew you were married.
Huh?
Not only that, but to think you were the wife of my childhood friend. My jaw almost hit the floor when I found out I was unknowingly participating in an act of unfaithfulness and betrayal because of your lies. Do you have any idea how much it hurt when I found out what you made me take part in?
But, Bruce, baby, mine and Sam's divorce is already decided.
And why do you seem to think that has any relevance to anything? I'm pissed with you for lying about the fact you were married in the first place. Can't you understand why I'd be a little upset after being lied to by a married woman after going to a dating event to find a wife?
But, like I just said, me and him are divorcing, so I won't be a married woman anymore. I'll be a free agent, baby, and there'll be nothing in the way of our happiness.
My God, woman, you really are something else. This isn't a case of you divorcing so we can get married. This is a case of me never speaking to you again, because you lied to me and made me betray my childhood friend. I'm pissed at you for lying to me and tricking me into dating you when you already had a husband, you goddamn moron.
But Bruce!
In my eyes, you're a failure as a human being at the point you don't realise what you did was wrong.
Don't say things like that. I'll be exclusive to you from here on out. I love you and you only.
Quit boring me with your nonsensical bullshit, woman. Oh, apparently your parents just pulled up?
What? Already?
I never want to see you again for as long as I'll live.
No way, you can't mean that, Bruce. Please, I am begging you, baby. I thought I was your honey pumpkin. I thought you were my trickle pie. Bruce? Bruce! No!
My in-laws kindly offered to drive me home after that. As for Indigo, in spite of her mom and dad flipping out at her and giving her the dressing down of a lifetime in front of the entire hotel lobby, she still seemed to be under the impression that me and her divorcing meant Bruce would be there waiting for her with open arms. She was beside herself when the reality of him never wanting to see her again actually sunk in. And with that, she broke down in tears in the parking lot and began rocking back and forth in the fetal position, a distraught, crumpled mess. We thought that meant she had accepted the reality of her situation, but after an hour of hysterical crying, to our astonishment, she started clinging onto Bruce's leg in desperation in another attempt to win him back over. Her parents, realizing there was no hope of their wayward daughter seeing sense and behaving reasonably, decided to step in with the legal proceedings and made sure the divorce went through in less than a month. With that, both me and Bruce received a hefty sum in compensation. Indigo was forced to work as a live-in laborer at her Uncle Jim's house, who she's always been terrified of, to pay back her parents, who very kindly covered the entire fee on her behalf. Word has it that the screams of abject terror as she was dragged into his car could be heard from 5 blocks away. After everything had calmed down, me and Bruce went on a guy's hot spring resort trip to ease our wounded hearts. We soaked in the tub together while drinking fine wine and talking until the early morning hours, just like guys do. I had no idea we'd end up meeting again like this, but they say every cloud has a silver lining, and I'm glad that I was able to get back in touch with Bruce as a result of this whole thing. I don't know what the future holds, but one thing's for sure. I fully intend to live my life as a newly single bachelor to the fullest, if you catch my drift. Here I come, ladies.
Hey Jada, I'm heading home to stay with Mom for Thanksgiving next week, so you better clean up my damn room in time for my arrival. Do I make myself clear?
Huh? Kevin, I assumed you'd be messaging me about Dad's funeral. What is this about? Fine, you're coming home. Good for you. Want a medal? I don't see why that means I should clean up your room. You can do it yourself. You're a grown man. Besides, it doesn't even need cleaning. Just because you haven't been home for ages doesn't mean Mom suddenly just stopped taking care of it. She still cleans it up every once in a while.
Oh, she does? Well, in that case, I'll let you off the hook. Aren't I kind?
Jesus, Kevin. I know you've been hanging out around at your girlfriend's place so much lately, you pretty much live there now. But won't you make your mind up and come to actual decision about who you're living with soon?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're still registered as living here with Mom. All of your mail still comes here, which means Mom and I are constantly having to deal with it. We usually have it forwarded to your girlfriend's place so it gets to you, but I can tell you, Kevin, it's a royal pain in the ass to have to go through the same tedious process every time something comes for someone who literally doesn't do a thing for this family.
Oh, the mail? So that's what you mean. Jeez, talk about being petty, sis. To think you wouldn't even do something so small for your big bro without complaining. You act like some kind of saint. There's a little something I need to discuss with you when I get back anyway. So how about we kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do it then? I have a feeling we'll be able to come up with a solution to your petty complaint.
A solution? Is there something I need to know? What do you need to discuss with me?
It'd spoil the fun on the day if I spilled the beans now.
I see. Well, I guess I don't mind waiting. Okay, whatever. Just make sure you message me when you're on your way so I know when to expect you. Don't forget. I have food and things to prepare, so if you show up out of nowhere without announcing yourself, you'll put me in a difficult spot.
Okay, whatever. See ya. Hey, Jada. I never had you down as such a unhinged lunatic. You're insane!
What's that supposed to mean?
Your bank account! All the transfers into your account come from people who seem super dangerous.
Excuse me? What the hell? Hang on a sec, Kevin. Are you home already?
Yep.
I told you to let me know when you were on your way, damn it!
But if I did that, you'd probably destroy all the evidence before I arrived, wouldn't you? I know how you think.
Destroy all the evidence?
Yep. I had to make my homecoming a secret so I could perform some stealth checks on your bank account to see how it is you've been able to afford living at home for free, leeching off Mom for such a long time.
What the hell? You had no goddamn right. And wow, leeching off Mom? Are you serious? I have a frickin' job. Unlike you, I actually contribute money to this household and to society. Like right now, for example, me and Mom are on a trip to the supermarket together. I'm covering the entire grocery bill today.
Yeah, I could tell you'd been receiving some kind of pay packet when I checked your bank account. I had no idea you were involved in such a shady business, though.
Shady business? How do you mean?
No matter which way you look at it, the work you do is shady. I saw your bank statement, and it did not look like that of a decent, respectable member of society.
Whatever. Me and Mom are on our way home now. Get the hell off my tablet and get out of my room. You had no right to go snooping through my bank account. Mom, are you done at the dollar store? Huh? Well, I just got done at the register. Now I'm packing my groceries away. Got it. I'm on my way to the supermarket parking lot as we speak. Wait for me at the exit. Huh? What's gotten into you all of a sudden? My brother came home without telling me, then apparently he let himself into my room and looked through my banking app on my tablet without my permission. Goodness me. All right, let's hurry. Okay, I'll be there soon. Look out for the car. I'll be ready and waiting. Kevin, what did you go and do? You can't seriously have changed the locks on the front doors.
Huh? Are you home already? That was fast. I gotta say, sis, it takes a special kind of a nerve to go out splurging on fancy shopping trips with money you obtained through illegal activities.
What? Illegal activities?
I saw your bank account, Jada. The names of the people transferring money into your account were way too suspicious not to be criminals.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm gonna get paid. I have a damn job, you buffoon. Which part of that is suspicious?
No matter which way you look at it, it's nothing but suspicious.
And I'm telling you to explain why that is, bird brain.
'Cause you've been receiving payments from lots of different people.
Huh?
Normally, when you're a law-abiding citizen, you only get paid once a month. You get paid by your employer, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But you? What's going on with you? There is a company name, but there are also a bunch of senders who look pretty obviously like private individuals to me. Jada, are you selling drugs?
Selling drugs? Wow, Kevin. Have you actually lost your mind? That's because I'm a freelancer, you dummy. I don't just work for one company, nor do I just work for one person. Sometimes it's companies, sometimes agencies, sometimes charities, sometimes it's private individuals.
Okay, I admit it. You're a smooth talker. But you did have a lot of time to come up with a story. So, I should hardly be surprised that you sound convincing.
A story? It's the truth, for crying out loud.
Get out of this house.
Excuse me?
I'm willing to do you a favor and not tell Mom about you earning money through suspicious criminal activities. But you need to get the heck out of this house.
Suspicious criminal activities? All I did was work and then get paid for it. Why are you so convinced I'm some kind of mafia boss all of a sudden?
Listen, sis. Because I'm kind, and because you're my sister, I'm willing to let this slide if you leave the house. However, if you won't own up to your sins, I'm cutting you out of my life. There's no room in this house for a criminal. Get the hell out of this house.
God damn it, Kevin. So basically, this means you want to come back and live with Mom, doesn't it?
Huh?
But that's incredibly awkward for you with me here, so you want me to get out of your way. That's what this is, right? I might actually be able to respect you if you just admitted what you're actually trying to do instead of being so crafty and indirect about it, coward.
No? And hey, shut up. I ain't no coward. It ain't like that at all. I just don't want to be involved with a criminal. Can you imagine how dangerous it would be for Mom to have someone like you under the same roof as her? Hitmen could show up in the night. It's patently obvious you're up to no good from one look at your bank account. So why won't you admit it? You're the one being the coward here, sis. I'm not letting a criminal live with Mom, and that is final. You are never to enter this house again. This is an order from the eldest son and heir to our dynasty.
Our dynasty? Okay, maybe you've just lost your mind, but okay, whatever. In that case, you won't be wanting my $7,500, huh?
$7,500?
Me and Mom were thinking about having some renovations carried out on the house. First of all, the plan was to get as much as we possibly could done with the $7,500 and see whether we wanted to have anything else added afterwards. We still haven't approached any building contractors or had any consultations with anyone, so we're still just in the planning stage. But if you're telling me to get out of the house, I won't be putting that money towards the renovations anymore.
But that's money you made through illegal activities, right?
God, are you still harping on about that?
I don't need your dirty money.
Fine, suit yourself. But if I'm going to be moving out, then I'll need a removal company to come and get all my things for me. So there'll be some people showing up at the house. Is that all right with you?
Sure, that is generally how moving works. I suppose I can allow that.
Jada, are you okay? Oh, hey, Mom. Kevin is insistent that you're not coming back in the house. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he says only me and him are allowed to live here now. Are you all right? Yep, I'm fine. I was just about to message you, actually. My friend Carla said I can stay at her place for a little while. Fortunately, I took my laptop with me, so I can still do my work from there. Right, oh, that is good news. I'm pleased you're still able to do your job, at least. If anything, I should be the one asking you how you are. Are you okay? Yes, for now. But I can't believe your brother is accusing you of being involved in illegal activities. He mentioned something about drugs and mafia hitmen earlier. Whatever am I going to do with that boy? Oh, that? He knows full well I'm not doing anything illegal. I wouldn't pay him and his shenanigans any attention if I were you. Wait, what? He does? So why is he doing this? Yep, he knows. Sure, he doesn't know exactly what kind of work I do, but I'm also pretty sure he knows I don't sell drugs or anything crazy like that. He just wants to come back and live with you, so he needed a reason to get me out of the house, that's all. I see. Which is why for you too, Mom, it might be for the best if you start making your own preparations to leave the house soon. Leave the house? Me? I know that's not going to be an easy thing to do because you've had that house so long and made so many amazing memories there, but it is getting old, and like we talked about the other day, the repairs and renovations it needs aren't going to come cheap. Besides, thanks to my idiot brother, we're probably not going to be able to go ahead with any of that now anyway. Most importantly, you finally understand what a leech Kevin is now, right? Right. If I let him live with me here, it's not hard to imagine him doing everything he can to avoid working so he can live the easy life on my pension.
Hey Jada, that $7,500 we discussed before? I want it in my bank account. Now! No questions asked.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Are you dumb? Can't you read? I said no questions asked. Damn it, if you must know, it was the rain last night. It was crazy. I felt like I was in the Amazon rainforest. When I woke up, the house was full of leaks. It's like a damn swamp in this place now. And that's not all. When I stopped to take a look at the general state of the house, I realized all sorts of things wrong with it. For example, the paint on the ceilings is peeling off, Then there's the floor. It's loud, creaky, and to top it all off, there are random planks missing. The hinges on the back door look like they're about to fall off. Also, I don't know if this is just my mind playing tricks on me, but I can't help but feel like the whole house is slightly leaning to the left.
Tell me something, big bro. Your girlfriend kicked you out of her apartment, didn't she?
What?
Remember how I told you before about how me and Mom have been forwarding all your mail to her place? Well, we had her phone number as part of that arrangement. I got a message from her the other day. Me and your brother Kevin broke up, so I'd appreciate if you could stop having his mail forwarded to my place because he'll never be coming here again.
Holy Jesus balls, are you serious?
Apparently she got sick of you when she realized what a leech you are. You'd been living with her for months and always had a convenient excuse when it came to explaining why you hadn't been looking for work. I guess everyone's patience has its limits.
Well,
But of course, being kicked out of your girlfriend's place meant you had nowhere to go except for Mom's house, huh? The plan was to kick me out based on some bullshit story about me being a criminal so you could leech off of Mom and her pension forever without me being around to call you out on your reprehensible behavior, wasn't it?
Well, oh yeah, where is Mom? She left yesterday and still didn't come back. I'm starting to get worried.
About what? That you'll have no one to leech off? Don't worry, let me put your mind at rest. Mom will be living with me from now on.
What?
You seem to be making a fatal misunderstanding, so allow me to set you straight. Mom's pension isn't big enough to provide for a lazy, neat loser like you.
What? Me? A loser?
That's why I was living with her at her house, to help her out financially. Do you really think I couldn't have left if I wanted to?
Wait, seriously? I had no idea. Alright, great. I think I understand the situation now. No problem. I'll live with you guys then.
What?
If you're already supporting Mom, then what difference is one more head gonna make? You'll barely notice I'm there, I promise. It'll be a breeze to look after me. Yep, me, you, and Mom are all gonna live together as one big happy family. Alright, hurry up and tell me your new address, and I'll be on my way.
Stand on your own 2 feet for a change, you shameless leech.
What? Jada?
Mom's house belongs to me now. It's my name on the deed.
Huh?
I just applied to have it demolished at the beginning of next year, so you have until New Year's Day to take all of your things and get out.
What? You're having the house demolished? You're kicking me out even though I don't have any money?
Yep, exactly. And guess what? It just so happens there's one simple answer to all of your problems. Get a job, you lazy bum.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, me and Mom are cutting you out of our lives forever now, so I guess this about wraps up our relationship.
What about that $7,500?
Oh, that? You wouldn't want to go near that. I obtained it through illegal activities, after all. Goodbye forever. It turned out my brother had been living with his girlfriend for a whopping 5 years. Astonishingly, he'd been leeching off of her this whole time. She was successful with a well-paying job, and it looks like he exploited her good nature to manipulate her into paying for him to exist for a very, very long time. Kevin, after being disowned by me and Mom, sprinted back to his girlfriend's house in a desperate panic and pleaded with her to take him back and give him another chance. But to his dismay, the house was already empty, and my ex-girlfriend was nowhere in sight. She must have known Kevin well because she sold the house and moved out of town immediately after breaking up with him to protect herself against the risk of him showing up again out of the blue. And it looks like it paid off. I heard my brother finally made his way to the job center just 2 weeks before the house was scheduled to be demolished. Fortunately for him, he managed to land himself a job that included a live-in dormitory arrangement on the very last day before the bulldozers showed up. But less fortunately, due to his total lack of qualifications or work experience, the stuff he's able to do at his workplace is extremely limited, and he often ends up being regulated to coffee boy, which leads to him being the butt of many jokes. Apparently, he now spends his days being relentlessly mocked, ridiculed, and bullied by his coworkers. I'm not gonna say that's a good thing because bullying is never acceptable, but let's be honest, it couldn't be happening to a better person. Hey Johnny, did you already leave for work? Have a great day.
Sasha, did you come home in the morning again? It was your class reunion yesterday, right?
Yep, with all my old classmates from middle school. It was super duper fun.
I messaged you countless times. I asked whether you needed a lift home or what time I should expect you back. But you didn't even open them. You just totally ignored me. Where were you?
Oopsie, sorry, sweetie. I was having such a blast talking to everyone after it had been so long. We ended up going to 4 separate bars. After that, those of us who were left behind after surviving the onslaught of beer and cocktails went back to one of the girls' houses who lived close by, where we all slept in a huddle on the floor.
You slept in a huddle on the floor? Jesus, Sasha, you're not in college anymore. I'm not necessarily against you staying over at people's places, but you should at least let me know first. I was worried. I didn't know whether something might have happened to you.
I wanted to tell you, babe, but I thought you might get angry at me.
Get mad with you? About what?
Because some of the people I slept on the floor with were guys. 3 of them.
What? There were guys there? Are you being serious?
Sure there were guys, but there were girls there too. No one was interested in doing anything like that, and nothing like that happened, so chill.
It's not about whether there were girls there or whether anything happened. That's not the point. So, not only did you sleep out without telling me, but you also slept with a bunch of dudes on someone's floor? Of course I'm going to be annoyed when I hear that. Who wouldn't be?
Oopsie, did I make you feel jealous, honey bunny? Sorry. I did feel like I should have let you know first, but I was worried that you'd get mad. And hey, that's exactly what you're doing right now, so I guess I was right not to tell you, huh? But I swear, Johnny, nothing happened. The guys and the girls slept in different rooms, so chill. I promise I won't do it again. Will you forgive me? Pretty please?
God damn it, Sasha. What am I going to do with you? You think you can get away with anything by speaking like a baby and sending me hearts, don't you?
Yep, 'cause you're super duper kind. I'll be more careful from now on, so please will you forgive me? Pretty please with a cherry on top.
God damn it. Fine. But I mean it. You better not do it again. We're married now, so you need to respect the fact that there are lines that don't get crossed. You can't just go drifting around from sofa to sofa like you did back when you were in college. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir.
All right. Well, I'm going to be arriving at the office soon.
Have a good day. Hey, Sasha. Was everything okay with you today? You didn't end up messaging your husband last night after we went back to Sophie's place with the guys, did you? Didn't he get mad at you? Nope, he was totally fine about it. I said I'd never do it again, and he forgave me just like he always does. My husband's just as much of a pushover as ever. Oh yeah, listen to this. He didn't get mad about me not messaging him, but he flipped out something chronic when I told him I slept on the floor with the guys. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? Sasha, how many times did I tell you to message your husband last night? In spite of that, you completely ignored all of his messages. Did you do it on purpose? Let me guess, just another example of your obsession with intentionally making him feel jealous? Can you blame me? Johnny is so cute when he's jealous. He makes me feel so loved whenever he thinks he's losing me. It's the best. It kind of makes me want to keep doing it every now and then. You have been doing it for a long time now, huh? You intentionally go out of your way to hang out with other guys even though you have a husband. You go on dates with them, you go on blind dating events. It seems like everything you do is somehow aimed at making your poor husband think you're having an affair. Is it any wonder he ends up getting so mad with you? It's a miracle he doesn't break up with you. I think he's so cool when he seethes and rages at all these guys I hang out with. It's like he perceives them as threats. When he puffs out his chest like some jealous gorilla and tells me to stop doing it, it's the cutest thing ever. Johnny's jealous face is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. You know, ethics aside, what you're doing is actually weirdly impressive, Sasha. I don't know anyone with nearly half as much nerve as you. I had no idea you'd carry on like this after you got married, too. Don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning it. But I know that if I tried any of the stuff you do, I'd be out on the streets with a suitcase full of my stuff. I'd be lucky if he even gave me the money for a taxi. Not that I'd ever do that. Johnny really must be the kindest man on earth not to wash his hands with you after all you've done to him. Right? He really is super duper kind. He's kind, he's a pushover, and he's so incredibly cute. To be honest, he's so kind, it's worrying. But actually, you know what, Tiff? Lately, I can't help but feel like he hasn't been getting jealous enough. When he used to get jealous, he'd puff out his chest, go bright red, and lose his rag with me. But these days, he barely seems to react, like nothing more than a, "Oh, you did it again," kind of look, and then he just carries on with whatever he was doing. When he does get mad, it barely seems to last a minute before he's back to normal. Isn't that because you do it to him so much? It's only normal he's gonna get used to it. Why not just stop? If you're not careful, his feelings for you might disappear. Johnny's feelings? For me? No way. That simply ain't happening. Johnny loves me more than anything. I just wish he'd go bright red like a tomato like he used to. I wonder if he'd react like he used to if I did something a little wilder for a change. Let's give it a try. Don't do anything crazy. You might end up regretting it this time, Sasha. Yeah, whatever. Of course I won't. Oh, a parcel just arrived from my mom. I gotta go deal with this. Let's go for some more drinks sometime, sweetie, okay? See ya. Hey, Johnny, take a look at this. I'm currently at a hotel with some guy who started hitting on me on the street. His game was so smooth. Just kidding. Did you get jealous? Sorry, babe. I really wanted you to get jealous again. I was just playing around. Please don't be mad with me, babe. Johnny? Hello? Are you there? Huh? Sasha? What are you doing? Huh? What was that photo all about? Who was that man? It wasn't Johnny, was it? Huh? What the hell are you doing? Huh? Wait a sec. Is that my mom? Whoa. Why the heck are you here, Mom? Forget that. You're the one who just sent that picture. Oh, what the hell was it? Explain yourself. You were at a hospital with some guy who hit on you in the street? What in the devil's name is that supposed to mean? That is cheating, young lady. No way. It wasn't like that. No, seriously, you've got this all wrong. I made a mistake. Just please forget this ever happened. What kind of mistake could you possibly have made that would lead you to sending that? No way. Oh, did you actually intend to send that to Johnny? Oh, I can't believe you'd send your own husband a picture of you cheating on him with another man. Oh, what the hell is wrong with you, young lady? You are sick in the head if you think this is funny. No. Please, just listen to me. I'm not cheating, I swear. Like I said, I made a mistake is all. A simple, honest mistake. I just asked one of my friends to pose so I could send Johnny something that looked like that for a prank, that's all. I'm not cheating on him, I swear. I never have, and I never would. What? I don't understand what the hell would possess you to do something like that. What reason could you possibly have to do something so mean-spirited and insensitive? Well, if you're asking me the reason... Okay, this might sound weird, but believe me, to me it makes sense. Okay, are you ready? Here goes. So you see, the thing is, lately, Johnny hasn't been getting as jealous as he used to. Even if I go to drinking parties with guys or sleep over at people's houses on the floor when there are other guys there, he doesn't really get mad anymore. That's why I thought if I made it look like I was cheating on him, maybe he'd actually be genuinely jealous again for a change. I just wanted to make Johnny a teeny weeny bit jealous, that's all. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? What's right with it? I can't believe you do this for such a messed up reason. You are 29 years old, for crying out, Sasha. You're an adult, a married adult. You don't pull this kind of insane stunt because you want to make someone jealous. It's unacceptable. Stop acting like such a child. Johnny is so good to you. He treats you like a princess. He's always there when you need him. You know he'd do anything for you, and this is how you repay him? By going to hang out with a different guy whenever the mood takes you? For a married woman to go to a hotel with another man is cheating, plain and simple. How did this happen? I certainly didn't raise you to be such an unfaithful little harlot. Oh my God, Mom, don't call me that. I swear I'm not cheating. How many times do I have to tell you? You have to believe me, Mom. How exactly am I supposed to believe you after seeing a picture like that? No, thank you. I think I'll believe my eyes on this one, you stupid little moron. What on earth possessed you to get involved with another man? When you finally managed to get yourself such a kind, loving husband, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ugh, why do I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here? Like I said, you're wrong. It wasn't an affair, and I wouldn't do that. Even Johnny knows that I'm not cheating on him. He forgives me every time. No way. How could he? You do nothing but take advantage of that boy's kindness. Don't come crying to me if he divorces you. You'll only have yourself to blame. Divorce? Geez, Mom, stop being so overly dramatic. He wouldn't do that. There's just no way. Wait, you're not gonna go telling him anything you shouldn't, are you? Mom? Shut your mouth, young lady. I am sick of you. I feel awful for Johnny, that poor thing. He suffered so awfully at the hands of my vindictive daughter. He must be so hurt. I can only imagine the depths of his pain. As your mother, I can't let this slide. I'm telling your father about this. We will all be discussing this as a family. If it turns out Johnny does decide he wants a divorce, I want you to understand you have absolutely no right to refuse or try to change his mind. If that's what he decides he wants, then you're to accept it. Do as he asks and say no more on the matter. Do I make myself clear? Huh? What the hell? Nuh-uh, you don't get to make decisions on my future like this. Stop it. Like I said, I am not cheating on Johnny. Stop sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong. This is none of your business. This is between me and Johnny, so go away. Johnny, did my mom say anything to you?
Your mom told me everything. I saw the picture too.
Wait a sec. Don't get the wrong idea, okay? Don't divorce me, okay? We're not getting a divorce. You love me, don't you, Johnny? I'm your special little princess and your adorable love muffin. Well, say it. Say you love me.
Sasha.
I just wanted you to get jealous like you used to, that's all. You understand, don't you? It was just a joke that got a little out of hand, that's all. Please explain to my mom. This is all one big misunderstanding, please.
So, you wanted to make me jealous, huh?
Yep, exactly. That's right. You'll forgive me like you always do, won't you? You wouldn't divorce me over this. Would you?
Enough is enough, Sasha. I can't take this anymore. Divorce is the only option.
What?
I'm tired of getting angry every time you cheat on me. You say you did it because you wanted to make me feel jealous. But the truth is, you just enjoy hanging out with other guys, don't you? You enjoy the feeling of being wanted that it gives you. Then, as well as that, you enjoy the feeling of being wanted you get when I get mad about it. I'm no psychologist, but my guess is it's like a double whammy of overcompensation for your chronic lack of self-love. I used to find it kinda cute before we got married, because I genuinely believed you weren't doing it on purpose. And I convinced myself you'd change when we got married. But then we did, and if anything, you got worse. I can't take it anymore. I have no interest in being with a girl who lets other guys put their grubby hands all over her.
No, wait, Johnny, please. If this bugs you so much, why didn't you say anything about it until now? Why am I only hearing all this now, when you're divorcing me? I swear I'll never do it again. Please, just don't divorce me. Anything but divorce.
How many times have I heard that by now? I swear I'll stop. I swear I'll never do it again. But it was a lie literally every single time. Your word is totally meaningless to me now. How can I stay committed to spending the rest of my life with someone like that? I'll never believe another word that comes out of your mouth. Sure, I won't deny it. I do share some responsibility for enabling you by putting up with it, or looking the other way. Time and time again, but no more. I've reached my wit's end with you. I'm out.
Johnny, wait, please don't do this. You're making the biggest mistake of your life. I swear I'll never do anything like this ever again. I mean it this time.
Nope, no more chances. I mean it this time. My mind is made up and my will is firm. I'm moving out of the house. You can invite as many guys over as you like now.
But why? No, don't do this, Johnny. I'm begging you, please. I'm sorry. Will you give me the chance to apologize? I need to see you. Just wait there, okay? I'm so sorry. I swear I'll never do anything like this again. If I do, you can divorce me next time, okay? I won't try and stop you. Please, just give me one more chance. Please, forgive me.
Sasha spammed me with countless hysterical messages after that, eventually leaving me no choice but to block her once and for all. I took the bare minimum of belongings I needed to get by, and booked myself into the first business hotel I could find. A few days later, I got a message from the in-laws asking if we could meet up to discuss a few things. I agreed to meet them in a small family diner by the highway. To my surprise, Sasha was there when I arrived, and before I even had time to make sense of my surroundings, the three of them were on their knees at my feet apologizing profusely. I explained my reasons for the divorce, with an emphasis on their daughter's compulsive cheating habit, in explicit detail before handing Sasha a set of signed divorce papers. She burst into tears while shrieking, "I don't want a divorce! I don't wanna," like a child who didn't get their way. But to be totally honest, my romantic interest in Sasha was so totally non-existent by this point, that the only thing on my mind was getting her to sign the papers as quickly as possible, so I could get back to my hotel room in time for the football game. Eventually, Sasha's parents, realizing I was serious about the divorce, and absolutely not willing to forgive her under any circumstances, scolded their daughter before calming her down and making her sign the papers. Then, me and her dad decided how our assets would be split and how much compensation she was gonna owe me. All things considered, the whole thing went a lot smoother than I expected. Sasha's dad, who used to be a military commander, told me he and his wife had decided to take their wayward daughter in at their house for the time being. Apparently, he already devised a strict surveillance and housework regime to, in his words, teach her some discipline, and ensure she never escapes, which means the days of Sasha causing me trouble are now officially in the past. Yeehaw!
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Happy birthday, Mom. I can't believe you're finally turning 60. Aw, thank you, Quinn. It doesn't feel like it, but here I am about to retire at the end of this month. It feels like it went by so fast. Those years of work, I mean. It feels long, but it really hasn't been, you know? Wow, retirement already? That's amazing. It must feel so good, huh? I bet you've been looking forward to it for years now. Yes, but I'm actually feeling a bit bittersweet. You know, after all this time, it's a little strange to think about stepping away. But you're right. Now I'll have time to do other things. I've been wanting to take it easy for a while. You deserve it. You and Dad have worked so hard all these years. So now you'll finally get to enjoy yourself more, maybe dive deeper into your hobbies? Or are you thinking of finding a part-time job or something just to keep busy? Well, actually, I haven't told anyone, not even you yet, but your dad and I have been thinking about something a little exciting for our future. What do you mean, Mom? What's this secret you've been hiding? I'm telling you now, Quinn. Your dad and I are planning to go on a trip. A big one. A trip? Oh, that sounds fun. Where are you going? Some fancy resort? Not exactly. We've been talking about it for a long time now, and we've decided We're going to do a road trip across the United States. We're going to take a trip around the entire country. Wait, what? A road trip around the U.S.? Are you serious? This is incredible. Yes, it's always been our dream. We promised each other years ago that once the kids were grown and we didn't have to worry about work anymore, we'd travel together. That's why we've been planning this for so long. Your dad and I have been saving money little by little, and we've been putting together the perfect itinerary. We've even rented an RV for the trip. It's all set. How? I had no idea you two were dreaming about something so grand. I can't believe I didn't know, but honestly, knowing you both, it makes sense. You've always been so adventurous. You're both always up for a challenge. Well, we've always had that spirit, right? We've never lost that youthful energy. Even when you were little, we'd always say we'd do something big like this one day, and now it's finally happening. It's so cool. You two have always been like big kids at heart. It's awesome that you're finally going after this dream of yours. We just couldn't let go of it, you know? It's something we've both wanted for so long. We've been so focused on our work, on raising you kids, but now it's time for us to enjoy ourselves. Time to live a little. I'm so proud of you both. Honestly, I'm jealous. I wish I could take a trip like that too. You guys are really going for it. Well, I'm sure you and your dad will do something amazing too when it's your time. But for now, we're going to take this year to really experience the country. We've got a full year of traveling ahead of us. A whole year? Oh, that's incredible. I can't even imagine what that's going to be like, but it sounds amazing. You'll have all that time to explore. But wait, what about the house? What are you going to do with everything while you're away for so long? Oh, that's all taken care of. Your uncle's going to look after the house while we're gone. Wait, Uncle Mark is going to stay in the house? Yes, that's right. He's actually moving to a job close by, so it works out perfectly. He agreed to help us out with the house, and in return, we'll cover some of his rent. It's all pretty much sorted. Well, that's great. So Uncle Mark will be there taking care of the place? I'm sure he'll do just fine. Plus, he's a neat freak, so the house will definitely stay in good hands. Exactly. I know he'll be responsible, and you know your dad and he get along really well, so I don't think there'll be any issues. It's actually great, because if anything happens while we're away, we'll know it's in good hands. Thought of everything, huh? I'm really glad Uncle Mark is going to be there. He's always been so good about helping out. Plus, now that he's around, I don't have to worry about anything happening at the house. That's the plan. But just in case, we also thought about hiring a housekeeper, but since your uncle's going to help out, we saved a bit of money. That means our travel budget actually increased slightly, which is a nice bonus. Oh, that's awesome. More money for the trip, right? That makes it even more exciting. You guys are going to have the time of your lives. I just know it. I hope so. I've been dreaming of this for so long, and now it's finally happening. We're going to make so many memories, and don't worry, I'll send you lots of pictures and souvenirs along the way. I can't wait to see all of it. This is going to be one amazing adventure. You've really earned it. I mean, retirement, a road trip, a year-long vacation. You're living the dream. Well, that's the plan. We're going to take our time and soak in every moment. We'll make sure to stay in touch, too, so you don't feel left out. We'll send you updates, and of course, there'll be plenty of postcards and little gifts. You won't miss out on anything. It all sounds so exciting. I can't believe you're doing this, but I'm so happy for you, Mom. I'm a little jealous, to be honest, but I know you both deserve it more than anyone. Well, don't be jealous, sweetheart. There'll be plenty of time for you to have your own adventures one day, too. I'm just glad that I'm finally getting to do this with your dad. It's the perfect time. Well, when do you leave? We're leaving around the middle of next month. I've already started packing some things. I'm getting so excited, but I'm also trying to stay focused on work until the last day. Well, that's right. You're still working until then, huh? I bet that'll make the time go by faster. Yeah, but I'm honestly counting down the days. I'm ready to leave it all behind for a while and just enjoy the open road with your dad. Well, you deserve it, and I hope you have the most amazing time ever. I know you've worked so hard all these years, and now it's your time to shine. You've earned every single moment of this trip. Thank you, Quinn. That means a lot to me. Don't worry, I'll make sure to check in with you and send some fun updates. You can't get rid of me that easily. I wouldn't dream of it. Have the time of your life, and don't forget to bring back some stories for me. I'm going to be waiting for all the juicy details. I promise, Quinn, you'll get all the stories, pictures, and souvenirs. Now I'd better get back to finishing my work for the trip. We'll talk soon, all right? Of course, I'll be waiting to hear all about it. Good luck getting everything ready. I know you're going to have an unforgettable adventure. Thanks, sweetie. Talk soon, and I'll make sure to send lots of love from the road. Hey, Quinn, what on earth is going on here? Huh? Angie, what's happening? And I told you before, please don't contact me directly. If you have something to say, talk to my husband. I went to your parents' house today, but no one was there, and there's barely anything left in the house. What's going on? Are they in massive debt and running away somewhere, or what? I won't stand for having a relative who's in such financial trouble. I don't know why you went to my parents' house, but Dad and Mom are away on a trip. They won't be back for a while. A trip? Oh, and you're telling me the house is practically empty? Where in the world did they go? Why do I need to tell you where they went? What's your business with them? As your son's wife's family, I think it's perfectly fine to ask for a bit of information. Where did they go? Tell me. I don't know exactly where they are, but they went on a road trip across the U.S. They're traveling around the country. A road trip across the U.S.? You've got to be kidding me. Where did they get that kind of money from? Apparently they've been saving up little by little for years. They've saved enough, and with me grown up and out of the house, they rented an RV and left about a month ago. I don't believe it. Oh, this is insane. You've lied to me, haven't you? You're scamming me. What are you talking about? Where did this accusation come from all of a sudden? A scam? What do you mean? I never heard anything about them having that kind of money. If they had so much, why didn't they lend it to me? Just a little bit would have been fine. What? Why would my parents lend you money? I have asked over and over again for money, and every time your parents refused me. Now they're off on some trip, and it turns out they've had enough to go travel around the whole country. This is just a scam. I'm going to sue you. Wait, you've been asking my parents for money? Unbelievable. Are you seriously asking them for handouts? How embarrassing. What do you mean embarrassing? I'm your mother-in-law. That means I'm someone more important than you. And here I am, trying to help you and your family, offering to lend you money, but you've been lying and hiding things from me. Oh, this is fraud. I'm going to sue you for this. What exactly are you going to sue me for? And by the way, do you really think my parents would ever lend you money? They wouldn't, would they? Of course they would. It's only natural for a daughter-in-law's family to offer money to the in-laws. It's an honor for your parents to help me out. They should have been grateful for the chance to do that. But now you're all just too ignorant to understand the basics of good manners. Offering money to you? What century are we living in? You're really acting like this is the norm? And by the way, do you honestly think I've forgotten what you did to me? What did I do to you? What are you talking about? Are you seriously pretending like you've forgotten? You're not that old, are you? You've done so much to me. You've made my life miserable when I was newly married. I didn't do anything like that. Stop accusing me of things I never did. You're just making things up now. Making things up? Oh, let's see. How about when you secretly made a spare key to our new home and entered without permission, snooping through my bags and drawers, stealing my wallet, credit cards, jewelry, and clothes? And when you sold the stuff you stole, used the money on pachinko and wasted it all. Not to mention when I was pregnant, you lied about my father-in-law being in critical condition and then tried to force me to drink tea laced with cigarettes. You even tried to shove it in my mouth. Is this all just a figment of my imagination? Do you really think I'd forget about all of that? After everything you did to me, you think my parents would lend you any money? That's not happening, and it shouldn't happen for anyone else either. Well, that wasn't mistreatment. As a mother-in-law, it's my duty to discipline you. I only took your wallet to keep you from carrying too much money that wasn't necessary. And about the clothes and accessories, I helped you get rid of them because you didn't need such things after you got married. It was for your own good. As for the pregnancy, I just didn't think you were ready, so I acted as the bad guy to help you come to terms with it. Are you actually insane? This is exactly why your own son ran away from you. You have been so controlling that now you can't even get in touch with him. You can't even get a proper address or reach him. You're half strangers now. Oh, shut up. Anyway, I'm staying here until your incredibly rude parents come back. I'm not leaving until they lend me money. Understand? Wait a second, are you telling me you're inside the house? Earlier you said there was nothing left, no one was there, and now you're saying you're inside? How did you even get in? Oh, it's simple. I was being generous. You weren't coming out, so I just broke a small window to let myself in. It wasn't a big deal, just a tiny inconvenience. Wait, what? You broke a window? Are you serious? You've got the audacity to break and enter into my family's house, and now you're admitting to theft, too? I'm calling the police. I've had enough of this. A burglar? You're calling me a burglar? Well, that's rich coming from you. You, a scam artist's child, are calling me a criminal? How dare you? Well, guess what? I'm not leaving this place until I get what I'm owed. I'll be here and you'll give me the money, or I'll make sure everyone knows exactly what's happening. You really think you can just come back here and do whatever you want? You are stealing from my family and breaking the law in every possible way. I'm calling the police right now. Don't make me say it again. You can call them all you want, but let's be honest, you and your family are the ones who should be worried. I'm someone of higher status than you, an undeniable fact, and it's not illegal for me to stay here, is it? Besides, this house is empty, or so I've been told, so why shouldn't I enjoy myself a bit while I wait for your parents to return? Excuse me, this house is not empty. My uncle is planning to move in soon, so it's not some vacant space. And for the record, you are not my family. You are a stranger in my home, and this is completely unacceptable. I'm letting you off easy by only asking you to pay for the window you broke. That's all I'm going to ask from you. Oh, really? And why on earth should I pay you for anything? You should be the one listening to me, respecting my demands. You better go call your parents right now and get them to pay me what I'm owed, and make it fast. You really don't understand, do you? Fine, but you won't get away with this. Just so you know, your father-in-law will be arriving soon. What? You've contacted him already? Why would you do that? I had to. I needed him to come and take you away. And you might want to hear this, but your husband is planning to divorce you. A divorce? Are you out of your mind? Why would he suddenly want a divorce now? It's actually pretty simple. After everyone found out about how you were treating us, your husband decided to keep his distance. He didn't want to divorce you, though, because he thought it was better to monitor you for a while. But now, after everything you've done, breaking and entering, damaging property, he's finally had enough. It's over. He's done. No way. Oh, there's no way he's divorcing me. This has to be some kind of joke, right? You're lying. The lie here is you, Quinn. How much longer can you keep pretending that everything is fine? Your husband doesn't want anything to do with you anymore. You are no longer welcome in this family. Come to terms with it. This isn't happening. I won't leave until I get the money I'm asking for. I'm staying here and nobody, not even the police or your husband, can make me leave. You are honestly unbelievable. You would sacrifice everything just for some money you'll never get? You really are a miser. And just so you know, I've already called the police, so get ready. If you keep breaking things, your consequences will only get worse. You better start behaving yourself, or this is going to get way more complicated for you. You think this is going to end well for you? You think I'll just let you walk all over me? I won't let you get away with this. Don't think you're going to escape unscathed. You better remember that. Trust me, Angie, you won't be the one escaping anything. You've made your bed, now lie in it. It's all on you now, and honestly, I'm done talking to a criminal like you. You have crossed the line one too many times. I'll leave you to sort out the mess you've made. Goodbye. After that incident, Angie holed herself up at her parents' house for a while. She barricaded herself in, probably hoping to ride out the storm, but it didn't take long for things to escalate. About 30 minutes later, she was dragged out. The authorities arrived and charged her with property damage and trespassing. It was pretty clear that things weren't going to end well for her, but I don't think she fully understood the weight of what she had done until that moment. Her husband, who had been pretty calm up until that point, demanded a divorce and made it clear that Angie was no longer welcome at their house. The way he acted, it was as though she had crossed a line that couldn't be undone. Angie was escorted out of the house, and from what I heard, she ended up staying at her older sister's place. There, she's apparently undergoing what could be described as a tough love intervention. Her sister, though usually kind, wasn't going easy on her. It seems like she's trying to whip Angie back into shape, getting her to reflect on her actions. It's tough, but necessary. I couldn't help but feel a bit of satisfaction watching Angie's life come crumbling down. It might sound cruel, but after everything that had happened between us, I couldn't find much sympathy for her. I had seen how manipulative she could be, and how she twisted every situation to suit her needs, and how she tried to control everything in her path. It had been a toxic environment for far too long, and I had always been in the position of the one who needed to give in, to accommodate her demands, to meet her expectations. So seeing her face the consequences of her actions, even if they weren't as severe as they could have been, felt like a bit of justice, even if I wasn't the one to administer it. Still, it wasn't easy to witness her downfall. There were moments where I wondered if maybe I could have done something differently, something that might have prevented this. But deep down, I knew that I couldn't have. Angie's behavior had always been a reflection of her choices, and nothing I could have done would have changed the fact that she was self-destructive. She had to learn, just as I had, that her actions had real consequences, even if she didn't fully comprehend them at first. In a strange way, I was almost relieved by the speed at which things unraveled. It wasn't just Angie who was affected. Her entire family had been dragged into the chaos. Her husband's anger, which had been building up for a long time, exploded when he realized that Angie had gone too far. He wasn't just upset at her, he was furious at the situation she had put everyone in. But what struck me was how his sense of responsibility didn't let him hesitate. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He didn't offer her a chance to explain herself or beg forgiveness. It was simple. He demanded a divorce, and she was out. The finality of his decision showed how exhausted he had become by her antics. He had reached the limit of his patience. I didn't really know what to make of her sister's decision to take her in. Angie's older sister had always been the more grounded one of the two, but I never expected her to be so harsh. I thought she would have been the type to take care of Angie, to comfort her, but instead, she seemed more determined to set Angie straight. I was told that Angie was being forced to confront her own behavior, to realize the impact of her actions on the family. There was no coddling, no pity, just the cold, hard reality that Angie needed to change, and if she wasn't willing to do that on her own, then her sister would make her. While I couldn't help but feel some relief that things were finally moving forward, I couldn't deny the sense of unease that lingered. There were still loose ends to tie up. Her relationship with her father was irreparably damaged, and it seemed like things with her family were only going to get worse before they got better. But perhaps that was the point. Maybe Angie needed to hit rock bottom before she could begin to rebuild herself. The family, who had always been there to pick up the pieces, were now forced to let her face the consequences on her own. It was the harshest form of love, but sometimes that's what people need. When I informed my own parents about what had happened, they reacted in a way I hadn't expected. They weren't shocked, at least not as much as I thought they would be. They already knew something like this could happen. They'd been keeping a watchful eye on the situation, and in a weird way, it felt like they were prepared for it. It's almost as if they had anticipated Angie's actions before they even unfolded. My father, ever the calm and collected one, simply shook his head and chuckled. He had known Angie well enough to recognize her patterns, and when I told him about her husband's decision to demand the divorce and kick her out, he couldn't help but laugh. "Honestly," he said with a wry smile, "I didn't think it would be settled before your uncle showed up, but here we are." It was a strange moment, one where in the midst of all the tension, my father found humor in the chaos. He wasn't laughing at Angie's misfortune, but rather at the ridiculousness of it all. The situation had spiraled out of control so quickly that it almost felt surreal. I couldn't help but join in the laughter, though a part of me was still holding on to the discomfort of it all. It wasn't funny in the traditional sense, it was just absurd. And sometimes absurdity is the only way to cope with a situation that doesn't make sense. In the end, though, it became clear that the most important thing was that Angie needed to face reality. She could no longer hide behind excuses or manipulation. Whether or not she would come out of this stronger or more self-aware was yet to be seen, but the fact that her family was finally holding her accountable felt like a step in the right direction. Maybe, just maybe, this was the wake-up call she needed. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Brittany! Hey, it's Jayla. It's been forever. Jayla? Did I surprise you? My number's different now, so I bet you didn't recognize it. I got a new phone recently, which means new number, but it's still me. I knew you wouldn't ignore me on purpose. Oh, I see. You know, now that I think about it, you stopped replying as much ever since you moved away for college. At first I thought, oh, she must be busy with classes and making new friends. But then it just kept happening. I'd text, but you'd take longer to reply, and sometimes you didn't even reply at all. It was so sad, Brittany. I mean, yeah, I had a lot going on. I get that, I do, but, you know, I really, really wanted to go to the same university as you. I even applied, but my grades weren't high enough, so I couldn't get in. Ugh, I was so crushed. Can you imagine how hard that was? Watching my best friend move away, knowing I'd be stuck here without you, it was awful. I didn't know you applied there. Of course I did. I wanted us to stay together. But whatever. At least we're talking now, right? That's what matters. Is there something you needed? Whoa, that was cold. It's just been a while. I wasn't sure how to react. By the way, your profile picture. Oh, you finally noticed? Took you long enough. I wasn't sure at first, but the background, it's the same as mine. Yep, I worked hard to find the exact location where you took yours. Took me forever, but I finally tracked it down, and I made sure to get the same angle and everything. Now our icons match. Cute, right? Oh, and guess what? I got the same phone as you. Wait, how do you even know what phone I have? Oh, that? Easy. I actually saw you last Sunday. You saw me? Mm-hmm. You were at the train station, right? I was nearby and happened to notice you standing there, scrolling through your phone while you waited for someone. I couldn't believe my luck. It had been so long since I'd seen you in person. And you didn't say anything? I wanted to, really I did. But then some guy showed up and you two walked off together. I figured you were on a date and I didn't want to interrupt. So you just watched? Don't make it sound so weird. I was just curious. I mean, it had been forever since I saw you. It was like seeing an old friend from a distance, you know? That's still... Anyway, while I was watching, I noticed your phone case. I memorized what it looked like, then I searched for it online. From there, I figured out your phone model, so I bought the same one. Oh, and I even got the same case, so we match. Isn't that awesome? Jayla. What? That's a lot. Aw, don't be like that. It just means we're in sync. Besides, now that I live nearby, we can finally catch up. Let's get coffee or something soon. It'll be just like old times. Wait, you live nearby? Yep, I moved here recently. Isn't that crazy? It's like fate or something. I just knew we were meant to find our way back to each other. Jayla, I don't actually live in that area. Wait, what? I was just visiting. No way. Oh, that's so unfair. If I had known that, I totally would have come up and said hi. I can't believe I missed my chance. Oh, I feel so dumb. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that guy you were with, he's your husband, right? Yeah. I knew it. Oh my God, Brittany, you got married and didn't even tell me? What the hell? I had to find out by piecing things together like some kind of detective. That is so mean. It wasn't intentional. I just didn't think to tell you. Not intentional? Brittany, we're best friends. I should have been at your wedding. I should have been your maid of honor. I would have planned the most amazing bachelorette party for you. But no, you just went and got married without me. I didn't think you'd care this much. Of course I care. If I had known, I would have started looking for a husband too. What? Well, duh. If my best friend gets married, I have to get married too. I wanted us to have a joint wedding. Imagine it, both of us in matching wedding dresses walking down the aisle at the same time. It would have been perfect, but no, you had to go and do it alone. Jayla, that's not how marriage works. It could have been. You just didn't give me a chance. Marriage isn't something you rush into just because someone else is doing it. That's what you think, but for best friends, everything should match. That's the rule. It's like a pact. We do everything together, so if you're married, I need to get married too. Jayla. What? Why do you always try to match everything I do? Huh? Isn't it obvious? You're popular. You always have been. You have tons of friends, and people just like you. If I match you, then maybe I'll be a part of that too. That's not how friendships work. It is for me. And besides, we always have done this. Ever since we were little, I made sure we matched. Our clothes, our hairstyles, our school supplies, everything. That's just how it's always been. That was when we were kids. You don't need to do that anymore. Why not? It worked back then. Why fix something that isn't broken? Because you should be making choices for yourself. I want you to have your own preferences, your own opinions, your own life. But what you like is what I like, so it's totally fine. No need to worry about me, Brittany. That's not the point. Ugh, you're so stubborn. Anyway, about your husband, he's a banker, right? Where did you hear that? I don't remember telling you. Oh, I called Rachel. She told me, which means I need to find a banker to marry too. Jayla, that's not... Nope, don't try to stop me. If you have a banker husband, then I need a banker husband. That way we can match like real best friends. Jayla, your future isn't something you should base on mine. You need to think about what you actually want. Uh-huh. And I've decided that I want my life to be just like yours. So I'm gonna find a banker, get married ASAP, and we can have double dates all the time. Just you wait, Brittany. I'll catch up to you in no time. Brittany, sorry to keep you waiting. I finally found him, my banker husband. Wait, you actually found someone? Yep, I signed up for a matchmaking service and made sure to put in all the right filters. Same age as your husband, same profession, same everything. And guess what? I found the perfect match. Isn't that amazing? Jayla, are you serious? You're picking a life partner like you're matching outfits? Oh, come on. Don't be so dramatic. Think about it. Our husbands will be practically the same. It's perfect. Just imagine how fun it'll be. Both of us being married to bankers, living these super similar lives. It's like a dream come true. This is your marriage we're talking about. You're not just buying the same phone as me or copying my hairstyle. This is an actual human being. You can't just pick someone based on their job title. Brittany, you're so silly. You always overthink things. This is exactly why we're best friends. We get to experience everything together. And really, what could be better than having matching husbands? If only your husband had a twin, then it would have been absolutely perfect. But, well, I didn't want to go that far. I mean, I don't want you to think I'm trying to steal your man or anything. That would totally ruin our friendship, right? Jayla. Oh, and speaking of keeping things the same, I heard you're pregnant. How do you even know that? Rachel told me, obviously, but you know what this means, right? I have to hurry up. Wait, hurry up with what? Having a baby, duh. If I don't get pregnant soon, then our kids won't be in the same grade. We need to be mom friends together. Oh, no, wait, not just mom friends. Mom best friends. That's way better, don't you think? Jayla, this is insane. Do you even love this guy? Have you ever thought about whether you're ready for a baby? Oh, Brittany, always so serious. Love comes later. First we match, then we build the perfect life together. It's like a puzzle, and I'm making sure every piece fits just like yours. Anyway, my fiance's calling me. Gotta go. We'll talk later, okay? Bye. Jayla, answer me. What? Is it true? Your husband isn't a banker? Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore? What do you mean, not anymore? He quit 6 months ago. He's working for his older brother now. He started a company, and my husband handles the accounting. 6 months ago? Ugh, you're joking, right? You have to be joking. I am not. Then why didn't you say anything? Jayla, why would I? It's not like his job affects you. Not like it affects me. Are you serious right now? I got married 6 months ago thinking I was finally matching you. Finally making sure our lives were in sync. I specifically chose a banker. I told the matchmaker I need a banker husband because that's what Brittany's husband does. You chose your husband based on what my husband did for a living? Obviously. What do you think I've been doing all these years? Do you even listen to me? Jayla, that's not normal. Oh, don't start. You always say that. You don't get it. You never get it. What's there to get? You made a life-altering decision based on me. Not your feelings, not compatibility, not love, just me. Well, yeah, that's what best friends do, Brittany. They match. You and I have always been like this. Same clothes, same phone, same everything. Why should our marriages be any different? Because a marriage isn't a handbag, Jayla. You don't just coordinate husbands like they're accessories. Ugh, you're being so overdramatic. It's not like I don't love my husband or anything, but what's the harm in making sure our lives stay aligned? You really don't see the problem with this? No, but you know what is a problem? The fact that you lied to me. I didn't lie. Oh, really? So if I had never called, when exactly were you planning to tell me your husband wasn't a banker anymore? I wasn't. Because, again, it doesn't affect you. You are so selfish sometimes. Do you even realize what you've done to me? What I've done to you? I spent months making sure my life would match yours, and now it turns out my husband isn't even right? Do you have any idea how much effort that took? Jayla, listen to yourself. Do you hear how ridiculous you sound? It's not ridiculous. Now I have to fix this. Fix what? I have to make my husband quit his job. Excuse me? If your husband isn't a banker anymore, then mine can't be one either. That's just common sense. Jayla, you cannot be serious right now. Oh, I'm dead serious. Don't worry, it's not as hard as you think. See, my husband has an older brother too, just like yours. What does that have to do with anything? It's perfect, don't you see? If your husband quit banking to work for his older brother's company, then mine can do the same thing. All I have to do is get my husband's brother to start a business, convince my husband to quit his banking job, and bam, our lives are back in sync again. That is the most insane thing I have ever heard you say. You're overreacting. You're planning to manipulate your husband's entire career path just so we can have the same life. That's not overreacting. That's deeply unhinged. It's practical. No, it's terrifying. Ugh, you are so difficult. I don't understand why you're making this such a big deal. I mean, I'm doing this for you, you know. For me? Yes, I'm fixing our lives so they stay perfectly matched, just like they should be. Jayla, stop. Your husband is a person, not a collectible. You can't just swap out his job like you're replacing a phone case. Well, obviously, I'm not just gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to him first. Oh, great. I feel so much better. You should. Anyway, I gotta go. My husband's home. I'll let you know how it goes. Jayla, don't do this. Too late. Bye. Brittany, I don't know what to do anymore. I've been divorced. My husband left me. What? No way. Wait. Did you seriously tell him to quit his job as a banker? Yeah, I did. I really told him that. Oh my God. You really went and said it? That's crazy, Jayla. I know. I mean, he got so angry, and he started yelling about how we were going to live if I forced him to quit. It was like I didn't even matter anymore. Guess I didn't really think it through. I was just so sure it would fix everything, but now everything is falling apart. Well, yeah, that's a huge thing. Of course he'd be upset. You've been together for years, Jayla. You can't just expect him to give up on his career without some serious consequences. I thought maybe if he didn't have the bank job, it would push him to do something different, you know? Like, follow his dreams or something. But all he cared about was how it would affect our finances. It felt like nothing I said mattered to him. All he could focus on was the money. And now I'm sitting here wondering how I got to this point. I guess that you wanted to shake things up, but you can't expect someone to throw away their career just because you want a change. You were basically asking him to risk everything. That's a huge decision to make. You should have thought about the consequences. I know. I thought maybe it would be worth it. I was willing to make sacrifices, but I guess I didn't think it through like you said. I just thought, well, maybe if we had a fresh start, things would be different. But now, I can't even fix things. I don't know what to do. It's not easy to just fix everything in one go, Jayla. Sometimes things get broken in a way that you can't fix overnight. But you can't just expect things to magically fall into place. I know. I feel like everything I touch is falling apart. And it's not just the divorce, it's everything. I've been fighting with my family, with my husband. I don't even know who I am anymore. I thought this was what I wanted. I thought I needed to push him to do something different, but maybe I was just running away from something. What do you mean, running away from what? I don't know. I guess I've been running away from myself. I thought if I changed everything around me, maybe it would help me find who I really am. I thought I could make things perfect, but nothing is ever perfect, is it? You're not going to find yourself by changing everything in your life, Jayla. You have to look inward. You have to figure out who you really are, outside of your relationships and your job. Maybe it's not the outside world that needs to change. Maybe it's you. But I don't know who I am anymore. I've spent so long trying to be what everyone else wanted me to be. trying to keep up with everything. Now I feel like I'm just floating around trying to catch up with myself. It's exhausting. I get that, but you can't keep relying on other people to give you answers. You have to find your own path. It's hard and it's scary, but you're stronger than you think. You just need to take a step back and breathe. I know, but sometimes it feels like everything is spinning out of control, and I'm the only one who doesn't know what to do. I don't even know how I ended up here. One moment everything seemed fine, and the next, my marriage is over. It feels like I've lost everything, Brittany. I thought I was doing the right thing, but now it just feels like I've messed it all up. Listen, I'm not going to pretend I know exactly how you feel, but I know that you can't keep blaming yourself. You made mistakes, but you don't have to carry that weight forever. You can learn from them, but you have to let them go at some point. I don't know how to let go. I don't know where to go from here. I feel like I don't even recognize myself anymore. That's okay. You're allowed to feel lost. But don't let that make you feel like you're broken. You're not broken, Jayla. You're just figuring things out, and that's okay. You don't have to have all the answers right now. But what if I never find my way again? What if I never feel like myself again? You will. You just have to be patient with yourself. It's going to take time, and there will be moments when you feel like you're drowning, but you'll get through it. You've been through tough things before, Jayla. This isn't the end for you. I hope you're right. I just don't know what to do with all this emptiness. I thought if I had everything, if I made the right decisions, things would just fall into place, but now everything is just scattered. I'm scared I'll never pull it back together. You don't have to put everything together all at once. It's okay to take your time and figure things out slowly. You don't have to rush. You've got the rest of your life ahead of you. And you'll find your way again, Jayla, I promise. But how do I do that? How do I move forward? You start by forgiving yourself. You have to stop blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. It's not all your fault, Jayla. You did what you thought was best at the time, and now you just have to learn from it and grow. But I don't even know where to begin. How do I forgive myself when it feels like I ruined everything? It's not about forgetting. It's about accepting that you made a mistake, learning from it, and moving forward. You have to stop punishing yourself. You've done enough of that already. I don't know if I can do it. It's just so hard. I know it's hard, but you're not alone. You have people who care about you, people who want to see you happy. You just have to be willing to help yourself first. I don't know. I feel like I've pushed everyone away. I don't want to be alone, but I keep pushing people away, and now I've pushed you away too. You haven't pushed me away. You've pushed yourself away from me, but I'm still here, Jayla. I'm not going anywhere. I care about you, but you have to start caring about yourself too. I don't know if I can. I feel like I've lost everything that mattered to me. You haven't lost everything. You still have a chance to rebuild. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be quick. But you can rebuild. You can start fresh. You just have to believe that you deserve it. Do I deserve it? After everything I've done, do I really deserve a second chance? Yes, Jayla, you deserve a second chance. You deserve to find happiness. But you have to give yourself that chance. You can't keep punishing yourself for your past mistakes. I'll try. I'll try to be better. I'll try to find my way again. You will. I believe in you. Thank you. Thank you for not giving up on me, even when I felt like I had nothing left. The only thing is, I'm not going to be a part of your future anymore, because you still do scare me some, and I don't want my family getting involved with you. So good luck to you, and consider this my last time responding to you. Wait, what? I thought you were going to help me with my second chance. Brittany? Brittany! After everything that happened, I knew I had to take control of the situation, especially when it came to how the story was going to be told. I reached out to our mutual friends to explain everything that had transpired and made it clear that I didn't want any more details to be leaked. It wasn't just about me anymore. There were other people involved, and I wanted to protect them from unnecessary gossip or judgment. It was hard enough to go through everything I had already, and I didn't need anyone spreading rumors or twisting the truth. I had to set boundaries, and that meant being open with my friends, but also making it clear where the line was drawn. A few days later, I learned that my ex-husband had come to my parents' house after hearing from Jayla about my situation. He must have been desperate for some answers, or maybe some form of closure. Apparently, Jayla had told him that I had given birth to a son, which was news to him, as he knew I had been pregnant with a girl. When he heard that I had a boy, he seemed to get fixated on the idea that it wasn't the same as what Jayla had gone through. I can't even begin to explain how I felt when I heard that. It was almost as if there was no room for any other outcome, as if everything had to be a match for Jayla's choices. His obsession with the idea that my child had to somehow mirror hers was both baffling and horrifying. It was like he was comparing two separate lives as if they should align perfectly, which, of course, was impossible. In the end, I was told that my ex-husband was granted custody of Jayla's child. It seemed like the culmination of so many broken promises and failed relationships. He had always been a man who struggled with commitment, and it seemed as though this was just another chapter in his ongoing attempt to escape responsibility. When I first heard the news, I was in shock. Part of me felt pity for him, as I couldn't imagine what it would have been like for him to deal with all of that. But another part of me felt relieved. He had always been the type to avoid facing the consequences of his actions, so seeing him in this new role didn't feel like justice. If anything, it felt like yet another attempt at denying the responsibility he should have been taking. It wasn't my problem anymore, but I couldn't help but feel a small, lingering sense of resentment for how he had handled everything. What disturbed me even more was that Jayla seemed to be fixated on the idea of having a match. It was clear she hadn't let go of her obsession with what my life looked like, and her constant need to compare everything, especially our children, only made the situation worse. It wasn't just about the children anymore, it was about her need to control everything, to make everything fall into a pattern that made sense in her mind. It was toxic, and I couldn't be part of it. I was so tired of the emotional manipulation, the games, and the constant need for everything to align perfectly, I couldn't and wouldn't let myself be dragged back into that web of dysfunction. While all of this was unfolding, my life was moving forward in ways I had never expected. After everything had settled, my husband and I made the decision to leave the country. While we were fortunate enough to have the opportunity to live abroad due to his work and the timing felt right, we left with our son, leaving behind all complexities of our past lives. At first, I wasn't sure how it would feel to be so far from everything I had known, but the more time passed, the more I realized that it was the best decision for us. The distance from everything and everyone gave us the space we needed to start fresh. The stress of dealing with Jayla, my ex-husband, and all the other complications had taken such a toll on me that I couldn't fathom staying in the same environment any longer. We needed to heal, and the best way to do that was to distance ourselves from the chaos. The transition wasn't easy, but it felt like the right thing to do. I didn't want to feel like I was still tethered to a past that no longer served me. We settled into our new life in the United States, and while there were some adjustments to make, it was a relief. I felt like I had taken control of my own future in a way I hadn't been able to before. The past was still a part of me, but it no longer defined me. I no longer felt the weight of everything that had happened weighing me down. I felt lighter. It wasn't just the physical distance that made a difference, but the emotional space I finally had to process everything. We didn't share our exact location with many people. Only a few close family members and friends were aware of where we were. It wasn't that I wanted to keep it a secret, but it felt necessary to maintain some privacy. After everything that had happened with Jayla and my ex-husband, I just wanted to protect my family. The last thing I needed was for anyone to track us down or dig into our lives. We needed to be free from that. And so we kept the specifics of where we were living to ourselves. Our new life was ours to build, and I didn't want anyone interfering with that. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.